Hello, this is Annette with Project Refine Life. Welcome to my channel, and I have some decks here to open up. I was out of town and I kind of fell behind with one deck that I received in while I was gone. And then I got back and I ordered more decks on top of that. So at this point, I have like 3 or 4 to really go through, open up, and look at. But I'm not going to do that all on camera because that is just overwhelming for me. I'm not even going to attempt that right now. But I'm really excited about this one. I'm excited about all of them. Let's not play any games here. I'm excited about all of them, but this is the one that that I just decided we're going to go ahead and open. So this is, I'm not going to keep you in suspense, this is the Little Sisters Tarot. I am really excited about this one. Thank you, Annette, Jeannie. Aw, that is, you know what, I really appreciate when indie deck creators include a little note, even as simple as this. That's very touching for me. I really do like that. So let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, that's smart. Okay, so she used construction paper, and that I'm always looking at the way things are wrapped up and what kind of materials people use. I think it's, you know, like another aspect of their creativity. So I kind of like seeing that. You know, I've seen this deck around on a couple of channels. The first channel that I saw it on was, uh-oh, I better watch it. Sorry guys, I had to take that off camera because I was getting a little wild between conversation and handling not the knife, but the scissors. Same thing, right? They're meant to cut anyhow. Yeah, things were getting a little wild. I thought I might as well just take that off camera. I want to make sure I didn't mess up the bottom of the box. No, I didn't. Okay. So I first saw this deck on Deep Desert Tarot with Vanessa, and I kind of fell in love with it when I saw it. And she then did another video, I believe that's how it was. She featured this one, and then she featured it again in some decks that she was using for grief. And the first time that I saw it, I thought, oh, yeah, this has to come into my collection. For one, I love the art and the illustrations, and two, this deck was kind of her homage to her brother and sister who have passed. And so she is the little sister. So this is the Little Sister Tarot, which is her way of working through her grief of losing her big brother and her big sister. So I thought, oh my goodness, yes, I can completely fill that tarot deck. This tarot deck came in yesterday, and yesterday was, or would have been, my son's 36th birthday. And I think most of you guys that are here know my story where I lost my son when he was 17. So it was really nice to have received this deck on his birthday. A deck that's dedicated to working through and finding your empowerment through and with grief, having that walk. To have it come in on that day is, you know, it's pretty special to me. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. I didn't even really discuss the box, so sorry. Okay, so here's the box. Very nice sturdy box. It has these nice little notch holes, see that? There's no special design or anything inside, but the box itself is very, very nice. Let me bring this up close because I don't have my glasses. To my fellow seekers and artists, I invite you to journey with me into the depths of the Little Sister Tarot, a fool's journey in the best sense, to find power through loss, rebirth, and feminine spirituality. Very, very nice. So she is the artist and the author of this deck. She also does say here on the bottom of the box, I painted the Little Sister Tarot to remind us of who we are, where we come from, and where we are going. I paired each card with the crashing seas, the rushing rivers, and the playful magic of my childhood flowing through the brush. I painted these cards for you, for all that wish to heal old wounds, find the light in the darkness. I hope these cards bring you healing. I hope these cards bring you clarity. I hope these cards bring you transformation. Thank you for beginning this journey with me. That is lovely. I really, I really appreciate just the sincerity in the words. I can feel the sincerity. I just think that it's, I don't know, there's a certain way when people write within a certain way, I can feel it. So here's the guidebook. Oh, okay. Now, in the midst of all this, in watching Vanessa's opening or unboxing or flip through, there we go. I can say it. Flip through of this deck. She did mention that in 2020, she, experienced these losses, but she also had a baby. So it's kind of that reminder of that life cycle as well, which is kind of really neat because that is the way that life is. So here's the guidebook, full color picture and a full page. Let's see here. Those are the majors. And coming up here, there was an introduction, but no spreads or anything there. Here are the, okay, so the minors, there's no pictures. There's just a description of the cards. And let me see in the back here if there's anything else to look at. No, there's not. No spreads, just a simple guidebook. But it's well made. It's a cute little book. All right, here are the cards. And I am looking at her Etsy site, and I do not see anything about cardstock or anything like that. So as far as cardstock is concerned, it is a thicker quality stock. It's a matte finish. Very nice. It kind of feels like a rose petal without the stickiness, which is, nice in the hands. It's nice to hold. It feels soothing. I do this thing where I kind of feel the cardstock, and I know I say it doesn't matter, but each card or each deck has a certain energy within it, and then in addition to that, the cardstock kind of plays into that whole feeling that you get from it. So I like that the cardstock is different on a lot of these decks because it helps me experience them a little bit different. There are some little glyphs on the back of the deck, which is kind of cool. Some little symbols here. I like the simplicity of the little image here, this hand-painted image. And I have to tell you, I'm a sucker for this right here. Look at that gilding. That is so, or the edging. Is it edging, gilding? Oh my goodness. Anyhow, it's really pretty. I'm at a loss for words today, guys. I'm still kind of working through, yesterday. So forgive me if I ramble today. So let's go ahead and get a closer look in so we can take a better look at this deck. I am an artist, and I am also a little sister, an identity that has come to mean more to me over time. At an early age, my family lost my big brother to leukemia, and later, my big sister was taken in a tragic accident. Today, even though both older siblings have passed, I still consider myself a little sister. Not just for my ordinal position in the family, but because I believe that there is great importance in looking to our elders, those who have gone before us. They are guides, much like the tarot can be. Who we are is certainly shaped by our past, but it's what we are becoming that interests me now. That's why I was inspired to create this deck. The tarot is, in essence, a conversation about what we might make of our lives. I feel that this conversation can begin with the Little Sister Tarot. You guys, that is beautiful, heartbreaking, loving, and encouraging, all in one. I am the little sister within my family. I am lucky enough to have my two older sisters around, and so, but you know, it's not without like really thinking at one time or another that that could not be the case. You know, they both are cancer survivors, and I am so blessed to have my big sisters. My sister that I speak of often, she is like my complete rock. And through the losses within our family growing up, and also as an adult with losing my son, and just with bringing up our children, you know, we've been there for each other, but she has truly been my rock. So having the idea or thought that my siblings could or would be gone, oh my goodness, that would be just devastating. And then when thinking about this in this respect, you know, I always think about my son and the fact that he no longer has his brother. You know, he has my daughters, his younger sisters, but there's a big age gap between them. And they grew up together as brothers, you know, playing and doing all the things and getting in trouble together and all the things. So, you know, I feel for that absence. And sometimes when I speak about me and my sister to my son, you know, I can hear the quietness in his voice where he's lacking or needing or desiring that type of relationship. And it really makes me sad. But to see that she took that loss, that grief, and she utilized it within the tarot to create and to just work things differently. I just really, really love that. These cards are absolutely touching and beautiful. I love all the diversity within this deck. It is really, really pretty. When I saw the walkthrough on Vanessa's channel, it was a few weeks ago. And so, to be honest, I kind of forgot the depth of the images. But one thing I can say right now is that in looking at these cards in person, there is so much more depth within these images, within these illustrations. These are absolutely beautiful. The colors that have been used, oh my goodness. And I can see why Vanessa stated that this would be one of her grief decks, but also like a celebration of life and these life cycles. You know, sometimes people think about grief and it's all, you know, gloom, but that's not the case. There's so much growth. There's so much expansion that can come from grief. And, you know, this is one of my hot topics. You know, this is why I came to tarot to begin with. But I really, really love the stories on these beautiful faces and just the beautiful little touches that she put into some of these cards. Some of them, I kind of stayed a little bit longer in, just kind of gazing in on it. It's a very RWS type driven deck, obviously, looking at these images, but the depth within these faces are really, really touching. You guys, this is a really heart-touching deck. This is really pretty. I love the flowers in her hair. Kind of reminds me of Frida there. But I love some of these images. They're really pretty. I'm really taken by these. This is beautiful, guys. Okay, so next thing, you know that in order to get acquainted with the deck, one of the things I do is try to pair it up. So I'm gonna go try to find some decks to pair up with this. Let's go with the first pairing, which is the first one that came to my mind. And I'm not quite sure if it'll work or not. Let me just go ahead and give this a quick shuffle just so we can... Okay, it's thick, guys. It is really thick. And you guys know that I'm not the best shuffler, right? But I have discovered when it's a thinner cardstock, like my riffling abilities are a little better, but it is thick. So I don't know if you like to do the whole bridge thing. I don't know how that would work. I think they'll loosen up in time, but it's a thick deck. Like, the cardstock is thick. The beauty of this is that these cards are not gonna like fray and get all gunky right away, which is cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. So let's try this out, guys. All right, pairing number one, the Herbal Astrology deck, or Oracle rather, by Ariana Aliales. Oh my goodness. Okay. I thought about this one immediately because of the overall healing empowerment kind of idea. In looking at them very briefly, I think that they will work for an overall really supportive and idea of healing. And I have not even looked at the guidebook. I do not know what or how that guidebook reads. I'm just going to look at it based on an intuitive basis, just looking at the artwork, because, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know about the guidebook, but I feel like this is a very like empowering and healing type of deck, a very emotionally supportive type of deck. And the Herbal Astrology Oracle has that feeling for me as well. Like, you know, let's take care of ourselves. Let's use this opportunity to heal. Let's work through this. So I kind of like the overall tones and everything here within this little duo. But let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of others that really called out to me. So now next is the Dia de los Muertos Oracle. The reason that this one came to mind for me was the overall tones based within the deck, and the fact that this particular deck here, the Little Sisters deck, was created out of the idea of grief and healing and strengthening as well. And of course, Dia de los Muertos, this is a day where we honor those who have gone before us, as she stated in her guidebook. So using their strengths to kind of enhance our world and to learn from our elders and to work with what they provided us with their wisdom. I think that the art styles are nice together. I think that the overall theme will look really nice together. I love that one. I think that these two will work together, especially walking into this season that we're getting into, this fall season, and stepping into the day where, or these days where I'm going to be really focused on celebrating and working on my altar, and just kind of digging into that overall energy. Beautiful, very nice, very nice. Especially for today, because today, the day that I'm recording this, is the fall equinox, and for us, it's all about Quasicuatl, so the feathered serpent. So that's cool that came up there. I like the energy of these two, I really do. Those are going to work nicely together. Okay, another deck that I thought about as far as tones, regarding color and tones and overall healing, and also like this idea of where your practice can lead you if you allow it to, if you allow it to take you in that direction. This is the Tolku Oracle. This is such a beautiful, beautiful deck, beautifully illustrated. And see this? You see this, guys? This is really pretty. Now, this deck has more of a buttery type finish on it, so it's a little bit smoother even than this, but even the feel of the overall cards together, very nice, very soft, very comforting. This one, oh, look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh my goodness, you guys. I like this together. Look at that. Oh, I like this. I like that. Okay. I can work with these two. This will be different than the way that I usually work with this as far as the energies are concerned from the tarot deck, which is a nice option to have available to me. Okay, so for something just completely kind of different and changing up the tones entirely is the Messages from the Heart of the Divine Oracle deck. I have this whole thing that I've had ready for over a year to do a walkthrough of this deck, and I still haven't done it. But I do like the overall art together. The art in itself looks very similar. Of course, you have this stark white background here within the Messages of the Heart of the Divine, or from the Heart of the Divine. But the overall tenderness and overall divine healing type of situation, to me, feels like it would be very cohesive in a reading. Like this would really be a very beautiful and touching reading altogether when you put them all together. I think this is really nice. Oh, look at that. 3 of Pentacles, Inspired Action, and Knight of Wands. Very nice. Okay. The Hermit, Cleanse and Renew, and 8 of Swords. All right. Ace of Swords, Tending to Your Love, and 9 of Swords. Okay. I think, oh, when grief breeds creativity, 2 of Swords, and Judgment. And can I say, this Judgment, I really like this Judgment. I think that's really pretty. The World, oh my goodness, look at the World card. Isn't that beautiful? That is so pretty. There's a lot of water in the Little Sisters Oracle. I don't know, I think the overall energy will be pretty nice. I think the tones are a little bit different, but I think the overall energy will work really, really nicely together. Okay, let's go ahead and put some of these back in here so we can put in the last deck that I have. I don't think that there's anything else that I can really think about, just doing a quick glance, that I can really think about pairing up with the Little Sisters Tarot. But this one is El Camino Oracle, Ancestral Wisdom for the Journey. And I think the tones in these two, plus the overall art style, and this idea of ancestral or wisdom from the elders, I think that these messages together will be really, really nice. Queen of Pentacles, Community, and 2 of Cups. That's really pretty, guys. That's really pretty. I really like that. The Hierophant energy and Seven of Pentacles. Ganas. Con ganas. That is something that we say, like, do it with gusto, do it with energy, do it with, you know, like, give it your all. I love that. The Emperor, food, and Eight of Pentacles. That's very, very nice together. I really like that. Knight of Pentacles, medicine, medicina, with Queen of Wands. That's really pretty. I like these two together. You know what? This might be one of my favorite pairings right here so far as art styles are concerned, and then the overall looking at the messages in all. So here we have the Empress, Keepsake, and then Nine of Pentacles. That's really pretty. I really like this. I think these work together really, really well. So that's it. That's all that I can think of. And if I come up with something else, I will let you guys know. If there's something else that really comes to mind, I'll let you guys know. But that's it. That is my unboxing. See, it's kind of clumpy, guys. So it is kind of clumping, but I am going to work with this. I'm going to work with this puppy, and we're going to loosen this cardstock up a little bit. And I think this is going to be really, really lovely to work with. I'm excited about this one. This one's really pretty. I really like this. I don't think I ever stated the name of the author. Her name is Ginny Thonson. I think so. So thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here. I wish you a beautiful day from my heart to yours. I will see you later.